Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
What's up, everybody? I'm Zach.
And I'm Snyder,
And welcome to Zack Snyder Plays TM.
the new Let's Play channel where I, Zach, and Snyder play the hottest games. We're playing Binding of Isaac Outside Edition. I'm pretty hyped about it, honestly.
Me too.
Damn, bro.
For real, what's happening? My name is Jay the Zoomster.
I'm still Snyder. What's up? No, I'm Aden of Blue Couch Productions. And today, as you can see, we're playing another Sonic game, finally.
Yeah, it's insane to be playing another Sonic game.
Yeah, this one's a little different.
It's kind of an interesting take on the Sonic IP,
Right.
but I'm definitely looking forward to playing it.
Absolutely.
No, Aiden and I decided why not follow up an 11-part series with an 1100-part series. So that's what we're doing today. We're starting the shit.
Yeah. We've talked about this game on and off for like
a year at this point.
Between Gaming Through the Ages episode, when the game came out, watching Zach stream it, and then us each having individual playthroughs. This Let's Play probably is about, I'd say, two years in the making, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. And even on my actual channel, I think it's not public anymore because I think I privated it, but there's like 2 episodes of this.
Oh yeah, you did that with Parker, right?
With Parker, yeah. We were going to do Breath of the Wild on my channel and Skyrim on his channel.
And look where that ended up.
And one of those series did not continue, and the other has gone on a little bit past its expiration date. But that's neither here nor there.
That's fine.
The reason that it never quite went past 1 or 2 episodes is just because this is kind of a hard game to Let's Play.
Right.
And I decided, fuck that, and we're just gonna play the game. Right, I'm not going to worry too much about the Let's Play side of it. I'm just going to play the game with my good friend Aden of Blue Couch Productions.
Because that would be the problem always, is we'd be like, oh, I want to play Breath of the Wild, but how do we do a game this fucking long on LHG when we can barely finish like 10-part series half the time?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think eventually me and you just got to the point where we're like, I kind of just want to play Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I was like, I just kind of want to play this game.
I just kind of want to play Breath of the Wild, that's all.
And like that's going to be something that happens when Parker and I start up our next project, which is that's a pretty long game too. That's another surprise. I don't know how I feel about doing 2 similar style games at one time, but again, I don't know if I care. Right. So we'll see how that happens. They're 2 radically different games though, even if they're both like open world games.
Absolutely. I love this opening
here we
shot.
Go. This opening is so good. It's so good.
Look at
this shit.
I love
Look at this shit.
I love this. If you want a series where like me and Jay for once aren't complaining about the game and we're just like sucking this game's dick off the entire time, well, here you are, because me and Jay love this fucking game to death.
See, another thing, because we were talking about like what game we're gonna do next, and like we knocked around the ideas of, oh, LOL, what if we do like Shadow the Hedgehog next, or Sonic Unleashed, and then I decided no, I want to play a game I like. So we're playing Breath of the Wild. I love this game to death, dude.
It's so good.
So good.
You're gonna hear us compliment it at every corner, and that's totally fine, because like in terms of commentary, you know, we're very like, if Jay's doing something interesting, we'll have that, but if he's not, it's gonna be a lot of me going, so from a design perspective, Breath of the Wild kind of a genius.
Yeah, for sure. I'm interested to see how this game stacks up, because when I first played this game, this was my first open world game that I actually sat down and played.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be interesting to play it again, having played some more of Skyrim, some Far Cry games, Assassin's Creed games, Red Dead Redemption 2, The Crew 2, and The Witcher 3 for the little time I did play that. It's going to be very interesting seeing how this game stacks up in a post I played a lot of open world games mindset for me.
Right.
So I'm interested in seeing that.
Because I remember playing this the first time and it having kind of that like magical vibe about it. But that, I think part of it is just me too, not having played that many open world games prior to it that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'd always played Skyrim prior to it, but like I never really got into Skyrim.
Oh, me neither.
So I was always a little worrisome about open world games other than this game. And I've seen people say this game isn't a very good open world, or that the open world is mediocre. I don't think I'll agree either, because the more I think about this open world, the more I think about like how well it does certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about this more the farther we get into it.
Who's this boomer on the screen?
Dude, this Zach, bro, he just in the game. I don't know where he came from. He just vibing in the game.
He just vibing out here. His landlord had enough and kicked him out outside because he wouldn't pay rent.
Answering a question with a question. That is fair enough. We can voice act this guy if you want. I can give him a voice.
Okay, shoot for it.
All right. This is the Great Plateau. According to legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule.
Say what?
Damn.
What did you say? Fire's kind of loud. I can't hear you over your whispering.
You know, I was about to say this little ass place is the birthplace of the kingdom of Hyrule, but then I remembered that you can fit like the entirety of Ocarina of Time into the Great Plateau. So like, yeah, it's kind of big.
Absolutely. That was all they showed off at E3 for this game, was just the Great Plateau.
Yeah, and it's insane because like
they filled up all those E3 streams with just Great Plateau gameplay just fine. They were not lacking in any content.
It never felt like you were running out of content, right? There was always something to show in the Great Plateau. This game's so good. All right, so we've figured out what we need to do.
Mm-hmm. We need to get Zach a house back. We need to find a way to pay his rent, and we need to get him to stop doing your everyday nerd in a fucking cave. You know?
Yeah, the cave set was interesting at first, but
right. I kind of take an Osama bin Laden approach to filming videos in the cave.
And over time, I feel like the cave aesthetic has grown a little bit more worrisome than charming, like it was at first.
I was watching his Titan Season 3 video, and at one point, it felt like a snow leopard was about to invade the cave, and Zach had to fight it off.
Oh shit! For real?
It was kind of scary. I was worried about the health, but by the time he got to, I guess I'm a sellout. He was wearing the snow leopard pelt, so I assume, you know.
Okay, I was making sure he did fine. Dude.
Oh yeah, you can just teleport immediately.
Yeah.
Usually have to
do that too. I went to do that to refocus everything, so I knew where I was going properly.
Damn. Even this loading screen, aesthetic as fuck.
They look
nice. It's the perfect loading screen in any video game. After
playing Red Dead 2 and GTA 5, I really come to appreciate Breath of the Wild's quick-ass loading time. Because they gotta load in a big-ass world, and they waste no time doing it. And on the Switch's hardware, nonetheless.
Right.
Damn. Now, granted, you are trading out a bit. There's some pop-in this game. And some textures that don't load properly, but like at the same time,
frame rate
it still manages
occasionally.
It still manages to look gorgeous, and it never once feels feels like it's playing on a glorified tablet. So that's nice.
Oh, I'd love to play this on a tablet though. Like put this on my iPad, just fucking it control off.
Oh yeah,
that'd be epic.
That'd be kind of wild if you were to do that. So I think what we have to do is we need to go to the It's been forever since I played this tutorial. I think we go to the tower that's over here. Oh, mother.
You need me to pull up Yahoo Maps real quick?
Yes. I'm gonna appreciate if you were to pull.
Let me go ahead and pull up Yahoo Maps real quick.
Okay, King. Okay.
King. So where are you trying to get to exactly?
The Dairy Queen Bar and Grill.
How to get to Dairy Queen Bar and Grill, Hoboken. Because this is where we're at, right? Hoboken?
Yeah, we're in Hoboken.
Okay, let's see. It just showed me all the Dairy Queens in New Jersey. That's unfortunate.
How many are there?
Apparently a lot. I need to go to maps to get a clear detail. How long would that be of a drive? 15 hours from where I'm at.
From you? What about me?
For you,
North Carolina.
It'd probably be... No, it'd be quicker.
Yeah, it'd be quicker.
Yeah.
I forgot where Jersey was for a second. It wouldn't be too much.
Yeah, geography wildin', but from Charlotte, it's 9 hours.
Okay.
Roughly to get to the one Dairy Queen.
and
Imagine taking a road trip to go to New Jersey to go to a Dairy Queen bar and grill. That's just
to be
sadness.
Honest, that kind of be sounding kind of amazing though.
Yeah. I
mean, what else are you gonna do with your time? Not drive 9 hours to Dairy Queen?
I feel like it'd be more interesting in the parking lot of said Dairy Queen. You know, like some dude's probably selling meth behind there, and I could say hello to the locals and stuff.
You make a compelling point.
These look like the residents in New Jersey, honestly.
All you just alienated any New Jersey
pig snouts
viewer that we have.
The whole 9 yards.
Any potential New Jersey viewer is just gone now.
Oh wow.
So welcome to the best weapon in the game.
The fucking woodcutter axe? Or the bow?
The bow. The bow's the best weapon in the game.
Okay.
Because with the Switch, you get that epic motion control, so you fucking vibing, dude. Oh, I bumped the mic. Whatever. You be vibing with the gyroscope feature.
Gyroiming's lit.
I'd be missing that shit when I play any other game with a bow.
I clowned on it at first. I'm like, what's the point of this? This just seems like a waste of time. But then in key situations when you need it, it's more reliable.
So I want to say one thing I fucking love about this game is every other Zelda game is always like, you must go on this quest. First, get this sword. This game's like, kill a homie with a tree branch.
And that killing the homie with the tree branch could be like, might not have to do with the story necessarily, but it'll make you better prepared for later events. So
it's like, you want a weapon? Tree branch. And you know what? That makes this game so much better.
Right. Because it takes less time too, right? It's not like 15 minutes in Ocarina of Time and we'll find the little fairy sword or whatever, and you gotta do a whole little thing. Here, you pick up the tree branch, you beat him with the tree branch.
Or in Twilight Princess, where you spend like a good 30 minutes with a wooden sword.
Ugh.
For no reason. I love Twilight Princess. I really do. But that game has the worst opening of any Zelda game. And I played Skyward Sword. So... Ooh. Okay.
Oh, now we're really getting the Ubisoft game. Here we go, baby.
So have I explained why the towers in this game work and why the ones in Ubisoft games don't work?
I've heard it before, but go ahead and tell them. It's a great argument.
So if you haven't heard why the towers in this game work and why the towers in Ubisoft games don't work, it's because in Ubisoft games, you always climb the same tower and you do a button and you move on, right? You unlock the map. However, in this game, every tower, other than the Great Plateau Tower, has a unique challenge to it.
Right.
There's one tower that has like 7 guardians around it, and you have to climb up and then hide from the guardian's blast and then keep climbing up. There's one where there's a bunch of spikes around it, and you have to maneuver through it. There's one where it's like in the middle of water, and you have to figure out how you're going to get there.
The swamp one with the magicians and shit.
Yeah, the swamp one with the magicians. And then there's some that are just... There are some that are just really tall, and you can't get up it just by climbing. You have to glide over to it. So what makes them work in this game, as opposed to like Far Cry 4, is that they have challenges to them, so you're not routinely doing the same thing. Every tower you find is going to be a different challenge to it.
The first time I played the game, I didn't even really do the dungeons. My main goal was to just do all the towers because I loved exploration so much in Breath of the Wild. It became my primary goal just to like fill in more of the map. So of course I was focused on the towers, and I did all of them pretty much with like no major upgrades whatsoever. All of them are possible with your base shitty stamina and your base shitty hearts. They're harder than they probably should be, but I took that as a challenge, and it was just so much fun. It was like a little micro game within a game.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it, and I hate Ubisoft games. They're awful.
And then again, this is something that's been said multiple times, but like the fact that you can do the dungeons in any order is dope. Right. The fact that you can just do anything. As soon as you get off the Great Plateau, if you decide to go to Ganon, you can go to Ganon, and you can beat Ganon with the equipment we got here. This dirty ass sword, a Bokoblin shield, and a Bokoblin bow.
Be hard as fuck. We're not gonna do it. But
we're not gonna do that.
But hypothetically, if you wanted to, options available.
I forgot how to get down from here. I think
that's the thing. Like playing this after playing Breath of the Wild, like the full game or whatever. I never really cared about heights, because even if I made a stupid ass jump or decision, I always had the paraglider to be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It becomes a cop out kind of. But here you don't have it. So you actually have to think about like how to get down from tall places.
I genuinely considered jumping off before remembering I don't have the paraglider yet.
Oh.
Dude, I forgot what it was like playing games without the paraglider. Like when I played this game, like when this was the only game I played, and then I started playing other games without the paraglider, I was like, how do people not use paragliders?
Well, they used to be like either they just didn't have it and it sucked, or they didn't have fall damage, right? And they were like, well, and you can jump off it if you want, I guess, but it's not going to end well.
So I want to tell a story to you and the viewers. I might have told you this already. I have sped run the Great Plateau before.
Oh yeah.
I told you about that?
I think you have, yeah.
So I've cleared the Great Plateau in 25 minutes.
Damn.
And it took so long to get it there, because the first time I played, and I think this is the same for everyone, just because you do a lot of exploring on the first time, but the first time I played, I took 2 hours, right? You know, that's generally though, because you know, you're jumped into a new game, you want to take your time,
right?
But I eventually, I got it down from 2 hours to 25 minutes or so.
Damn.
And a lot of that is spent on cutscenes. So like, I didn't time this. This doesn't count because, you know, you can't move Link. So with cutscenes, it's probably around like 30-ish, probably a little bit longer. But just strictly Link playing and going around, I was able to do in 25 minutes.
Are we on that pace right now? Are we farther behind?
No, we're not. But we can probably do it within 40, I would say 40 minutes.
It's possible.
So
it's possible.
Because I mean, now we know what we gotta do, right? We gotta go to the shrines. So that's another thing I love about this game, the shrines. Apparently, some people don't like that, but they're freaking epic, dude. I love the shrines.
It to me is taking a lot of the complexity of Zelda dungeons, which I can't stand, and really making like micro mini versions of it that are still super well designed but don't take an hour, and they're just everywhere. Is one thing from like a gameplay perspective is super cool, but the added benefit is that if you get through them, you get a spirit orb, and that pretty much is the best item you can get in the whole game, because it does one of two things: get your stamina higher or your health higher, which is your lifeblood to like exploring the rest of the world and tackling new areas. So shrines are like huge when it comes to gameplay value, and actually playing through them is a fun little challenge every time, especially because you never know what it's going to be.
Yeah, unless you're a psychopath and did all 120 like I did.
Oh no, I didn't do that.
Honestly, doing all 120 is not a good idea. Like,
you don't need that
cool.
many spirit orbs at all.
It's cool, you get the tunic. But here's my problem with doing all 120. It ruins what you just said. the whole idea of, oh, it's a shrine, you never know what it's going to be. When you've done all of them, it gets to the point where doing them isn't a cool, oh, a shrine, I'll do that. It becomes a, oh, where's the next shrine? Which severely limits the enjoyment.
I think that'll be an interesting aspect of this like playthrough is like you replaying them and kind of seeing like, do all these shrines hold up? Are they all fun? Or was a lot of their spark just from simply discovering them for the first time?
Yeah, and that'll be interesting because, of course, we're not doing all 120 in this Let's Play.
No, but we're going to be doing a lot of the popular ones that everybody knows, right?
Yeah, and we're also going to be doing a lot of the easier ones.
Yeah.
We're going to be steering clear of motion control shrines. And we're going to also be steering clear of trial of combat shrines for the most part. We might do a couple of those just because they're kind of fun.
Right.
But
once you get the idea.
Yeah, there's some that are really not fun. Some that are just abnormally hard. So the cool thing about shrines is some of them are just like short little one room like puzzles, and then others, this one's kind of included, but it's not really a main one for me. There's shrines that are like multi rooms and multi floors. Let's see if I can do it.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck it. All right, hold on. I got it. All right, you know what? We're just gonna... Wait, can I do it?
Come on.
Right, come on.
Come on.
No, I can't. All right, we're just gonna kill him.
This is sad.
So I used to have that... Okay. I used to play this game all the time.
Right.
This was my game where I would just play this shit and nothing else. And I got crazy fucking good at this game.
Well, you'll need to relearn it for a lot of the bosses and stuff.
Yeah.
It makes things way easier.
I'm a little worried about that because I was really good at this game.
But now we get to see the rust kick in.
I'll definitely improve pretty quickly because, you know, it's kind of like
Snyder
you get back into the groove.
What's he doing in the game again? I thought we just saw him earlier.
Dude.
Damn.
But yeah, I'm gonna be rusty for these first couple episodes. I'm gonna be garbage, and that's fine, you know.
He ain't even moving his mouth.
Yeah, he just kind of, you know, he got some jaw pain. He got like locked jaw. He can't move his mouth. So that's something that I want to like think about. And what I want to talk to you about, and maybe we could talk about this off camera, but like, as for traversal in this game, what do we want to do when we're going from one point to another?
Right.
Because like on one hand, I love traversing in this game.
I do too.
But like, is it something you want to do on camera?
Right. Is it like we have to watch it kind of thing? I guess it just really depends on if any of it's interesting, you know? And if
yeah, we'll record it. So as for you guys watching, that's what you're going. Zach again?
Wow.
You'll be looking like Zach though.
Most characters in this game do be looking like Zach.
So one thing I love about this game that more games need to do: free camera and cutscenes.
Yeah, this shit's great. That's one thing I really like about Star Fox Zero, for as mixed of a game that it is. During every cutscene, the gamepad screen is still playing the game, so you don't ever have to watch the cutscenes, and you can just play the game while it goes on. But this is a much better game that has that.
Look, I can be my own cinematographer, right? If I wanted to. You know, I choose a different type of shot. Oh, then it takes it away from me.
Paraglider, please. Come on.
Dude, I love that you can make Link A, the nicest guy, 2, an asshole, or 3, just not talk to anybody. It's great. Link has the most character in this game than he has in anything else, and he still doesn't talk.
Oh, yeah.
And it's great. That's another wild thing about this game. You guys have heard it. We haven't because we can't hear the game, but the voice acting was always an interesting choice for the Zelda franchise.
An interesting choice. I don't know if it was the best route. I mean, like,
it was always inevitable, though. That was the thing. It's like
you for a first attempt, it's fine. But like, I'd hope that they do better next time around with the voice acting.
I truth be told, I generally actually play this game with Japanese voice acting.
Oh, really? I didn't know this.
Just because it sounds good.
So like that weak shit.
It's actually nice to listen to the game with actual talent behind it. Voice acting. So it actually sounds good.
Yeah.
Some voice acting in this game is great. Some of it's really, really good. And then some of it is really, really, really not good, like Zelda.
Zelda's bad. So, the fat Goron guy. in the cave. He's all scared or whatever. He's annoying. All the Ritos just sound like Falco.
The Ritos sound like Falco, yeah. Mipha's good. I like her.
Mipha's
I like
really
Sidon too.
Sidon's great.
But like other than that, it's just a lot of the voice acting's hit or miss. And again, for a first attempt, it's good. And it has, don't get me wrong, compared to the abundance of video game voice acting out there, it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Right? I've heard far worse. But hopefully in Breath of the Wild 2, they kind of iron that out. But yeah, I usually actually play on Japanese because the inflection's better. And it kind of help when you don't know exactly what they're saying and you have to read the subtitles. Because it makes if there is bad acting, you don't really hear it as easily.
Fair enough.
So it works a bit better.
It's like it all sounds the same to me, Who cares? It's all good.
That being said, again, it's not awful. It's just, it's something that once the charm of, oh, this is the first time we're hearing voice acting in a Zelda game. Once that wears off, you're like, oh, this isn't that great voice acting in a Zelda game.
Apparent that it's not very quality.
I still like the idea though, and I feel like this is the perfect game to introduce voice acting.
Right. The execution
and it
leaves a lot.
Yeah, I agree. Again, some of it's pretty good. Some of it's not good.
I gotta ask, how does it feel to be playing back on one stamina wheel? Because I know this shit used to drive me up the wall after playing it. When I first started it didn't bother me. But after like playing later on, when you have like 2 or 3, it's way nicer.
So it's annoying. It's especially annoying coming off of Red Dead, which I was playing earlier tonight, because that game has a much larger stamina wheel, or not really a wheel, kind of, but it has just more stamina. So I'm not used to having this little, so I really have to get back into the groove of pacing it. When do you run? When do you walk? When do you tap like that and then let it come back down?
Right. But it blows my mind that this wasn't even the first one to have stamina. It was a Skyward Sword feature, which makes no sense in the type of game that is. And did you see
oh god here? Oh god, oh fuck, oh
so
god,
much
oh
better
fuck.
Oh shit, Twitter, what are you doing here? Oh,
Twitter really got us tonight. First death counter 1.
I'm not
hot take.
I'm not adding no death counter.
hot blazing hot fiery take.
Yeah.
Skyward Sword stamina wheel better.
No.
It's not better when you can upgrade Breath of the Wilds, but like the base stamina wheel in that game is far better than.
But that's like comparing 30 minutes of Breath of the Wild to the whole 12-hour experience of Skyward Sword,
sure.
It takes no time to upgrade this thing at all.
I have far less issues with well to be fair, you got to keep in mind I am a person who prefers heart pieces over stamina wheel. So
I usually do.
A couple playthroughs of this game I played with base stamina wheel to the end of the game.
It's possible.
So there's times where it's like I'm just used to this, and I feel like Skyward Sword in a couple of ways handles that a bit better. Now in other ways it doesn't.
I just don't agree with the game like that, even having a stamina wheel on principle more than anything.
Yeah, it feels weird for that game to do it when that's like the most linear shit, which is also funny that we come off the most linear Zelda game ever into Breath of the Wild, which
wide open crazy town.
Is the opposite of everything having to do with linear.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird, Sometimes you have to go so far in one direction, you have to just go back in the other.
This will probably be the last shrine we do, because me and Jay are going to try to keep these to 30 minutes or so. If they're a little lower, a little over, that's fine. But the last thing we wanted to do was bore you all with an hour
Breath of the Wild.
hour episodes,
This is the Bomb Shrine, I believe. Last one was the Magnesis one. We're going to try and talk more about the game, because I know it's an older game now, 3 years at this point.
3 years? That's crazy.
Yeah, most people probably already know, but I'm going to try and explain some things.
Now
because, some people have
3 years.
Some people have probably never played this game before.
Yeah.
So
it's fair.
Well, think how old how weird I feel. I was 15 when this game came out. I'm 18 now.
Damn.
That is insane to me.
Damn.
God, I was a fucking freshman in high school when this game came out.
Like, I remember watching like early Subijin Games streams of this, right? And like that channel isn't even around anymore, and neither really is like those streams either. They're on YouTube, but like that era of streaming is what I'm talking about. And it's like,
for sure,
2017 was also the year we got to know each other very well, so all of that kind of feels like so much ancient history.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of lump in Breath of the Wild with that of like 2017 feels like eons ago to me. Just because I was at a different place too mentally, and that was great. Great job, Jay. You did it.
Oopsies.
But yeah, I associate it with just like years gone by, even though it's only like been 3.
Yeah, and I think like on one hand, yeah, sure, it's only been 3 years since I was 15, but like putting it into perspective of, oh, I was a freshman when this game came out, and then putting in the perspective of, oh, I'm 18 now. And not just that, but like towards the end of like that school year, which, you know, I'm not in school, but like
hypothetically, if I were, you know.
If I was, that would be even more wild. And
if I was a lame-o, you know, that would be where
like,
I'm at. But I'm not.
Refrigerator. I suck at this game. But yeah, the bombs in this game are so good, and I really, really appreciate remote detonation. You never realize how much you miss it until you start playing Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, where the bombs feel like a fucking random luck. Like, oh well, let's see if it's
gonna go off when you need it to.
Will it even go the right direction in general? Like,
so bombs are definitely something they fixed, and that's something they introduced in Skyward Sword too. Right. To be fair,
that's another Skyward Sword bombs
thing. And that's something interesting though, because while this game is,
can you launch your ass off of that?
Yes. Do you want to see me do it?
Yeah. Don't climb up the ladder.
Okay. And because while this game is extremely different from from Skyward Sword, it's still very similar in a lot of ways.
Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. I like
you can make the full jump with the paraglider.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, while it's similar in a lot of ways, at the same time, there is a level of things that they were setting up for this game in Skyward Sword. So it never feels like it's a completely different franchise.
You'd be surprised to see, and I don't want to open this can of worms now, but I guess I'll save it for later. There's a lot of like conflicting opinions on Breath of the Wild nowadays. Very much when it came out, it was kind of like celebrated in a lot of aspects, and it still is mainly. But there are a lot more like interesting and kind of almost controversial hot takes about the game now. Again, I'm going to save them for the next episode, but opinion has definitely shifted in recent years.
And it's kind of wild to see that, because it's
it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I was about to say it's rare to see a game universally acclaimed, and it's not. But like it's rare to see a game as universally acclaimed as Breath of the Wild, I feel like, because this game was loved by everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
people who didn't even like Zelda. You know.
Yeah, it was like, this is the best game ever. But yeah, we'll talk about that next time, and it's a very interesting conversation to have.
Meanwhile, Zack Snyder back at it again.
With the white vans, dude. Damn.
3rd time in the series. What if like he looked all wrinkly, but he had a fresh pair of white vans that like haven't aged at all? And he's about to give you the spirit orb, but he won't until you compliment him on his footwear. Like, I could give
talk about my
vans. I noticed. Have you not noticed them? It's like, no, I noticed them. But you gonna compliment me then, bro? You're gonna. I mean, I don't have to give you the spirit orb, you know. I'm a fucking deity. I can do what I want. It's up to you, really. Oh, look, they just put this shit right here because they know you'd have it.
Unlimited bombs, too. That's another blessing from this game.
God bless. God bless.
Uh-oh,
Breath
King.
of the Wild.
Uh-oh. Okay, King. Okay, Boomer.
Why?
Whatever
Why are you
say.
doing this? Why are you doing
I
this?
can. Oh no, my Boko shield broke. Fuck.
I thought you were gonna parry it.
I tried. Fuck me.
Damn, Twitter had enough of your bullshit today.
Yeah, I started singing what will become an outdated meme in a couple months, and they said fuck you, and blew my ass sky high. Thank you all for watching the first episode of Zack Snyder plays Breath of the Wild.
Absolutely.
Future episodes, we will get into this beautiful, beautiful game. Go ahead and subscribe to Lion's Honor Gaming if you're a psychopath.
But more importantly, subscribe to Zack Snyder Plays TM. The best gaming content on planet Earth.
Yes. Queen. But no, yeah, have a good night. I've been Jay. We're gonna be doing a lot of this.
And I've been
This is an awful outro.
We're doing fine. Don't worry about it.
Next time. I hope to see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.